On Life of Pi, there was hardly anything but digital technologies. Everything's digital. It's almost like the movie aspect of it. It's all movie.
We've gotten to a point in technology where you can actually create something so naturalistically believable that you can't tell the difference between the real and the imagined. And in a strange way, it's opened the door to any kind of storytelling in live action. The fact that you can create a tiger so believable that audiences suspend their disbelief. Even if you tell them during the shot, they can't tell which is the real tiger and which is the fake.
The candlelit scene that we shot on Pi, I mean, that wouldn't have been possible at all on film. The new sensitivity of the cameras are just tremendous at picking up this low light sensitivity and also being clear through that transmission of all the highlights of all the little candles and knowing all those nuances and then seeing the faces beyond that. I mean, that is something that is new with this technology that we couldn't have achieved before.
We're kind of at a situation now where people almost expect your movie to sound like a real movie and look like a real movie when it's still an editorial. On the one hand, that's great because it means that, we have more control over it. On the other hand, it means we go home a lot later in the day.
When I'm looking at the page, I'm not saying, and then something shoots out toward the audience. I was aware from the very beginning that this story was going to have an epic feel that it would not have had because of the 3D and because we were working with Ang Lee.
The entire time I worked on the film, I wore 3D glasses. So I didn't have to think about 3D. I could just watch what I was seeing and react to it. The trick was not to think, oh, this is a 3D movie, I better cut it differently. But rather just, if I'm experiencing it in 3D all the time, I can just do what feels right the same way I always have.